Hello guys, this video will show you how I can solve this common topology problem right here. So I found this little example where it's using support loops to crease this, to make this sharp. And the problem is that once you do that, you will get this kind of creasing right here.
And real quick guys, if you want to learn this awesome new program called Plasticity, I've got a course for you in the description. This is the first link there. And it's got a lot of awesome content, guys. It's got over 42 hours of educational content. It's got a tree cutting mechs, it's got police robots, Omega, cyborg ninjas, and much more. So be sure to check that out.
Alright, so to demonstrate, I've created a cylinder, I've rotated it, and I'll just go ahead on the new edit poly modifier. I'll select these two edges and I'll move them back. Alright, so now go ahead, I'll apply shell modifier, I'll apply edit poly on top. I will just select these faces, hold shift and click here to convert to the border edges. Right, I'll select these that I want to be creased. Alright, so the first tip, guys, is of course to use creases, not support loops, because if you try to use support loops, it's pretty much not going to work. So go ahead and use creases instead. You can do so on a crease set modifier, but I'm just going to do it in edit poly, and I'll go ahead into like crease, I'll enter in 0.2 right there, right? So open subdiv, and you're going to notice, I guess from a distance looks good enough, but you definitely are noticing there's some kind of creasing. There's some sort of distortion happening right here. Alright. We can make things a little bit easier. Remember guys, even if you use creases, you should always use a little bit of support loops just for the long stretches. So instead of having this long one, you have 3 different faces here. But even there, guys, you can see it does look pretty good. It is workable, right? It will get the job done. But you notice we're getting a little bit of strangeness right here, and that's because it's very simple. We have this kind of more basic cylinder, and it's trying to smooth this together. We're trying to keep this sharp. So the problem is that we get this happening right here. The conflict between it wants to be smooth right here versus sharp right here. Alright, so the first way we can get rid of this is to just, of course, guys, have more density, right? So I'll go ahead and, let's see, delete that, and I'll go ahead and just turbo smooth in this case, or open subdiv, right? And I now have more edges to work with. And so now I can select these edges, and I can move them back here. And this depends on what kind of an angle you want here. So you would just kind of, create what you want right here. Same process, guys, shell. This time let's go ahead and use crease set. Point 2. And then open subdiv. And pretty much right there, guys, you get a very good result without the kind of situation you can see right here. And that's completely gone right here. Alright. And I guess at this point, guys, once you have enough density, I guess you could get away even with support loops by just selecting this, for example, and moving this, closer. Maybe move this a little bit closer here as well. And even if I don't use crease set, right? Let's say I just use turbo smooth. Now if I'm not using creases, I will need to, of course, select this and have some support loops here. You can see even without creases, it still looks relatively good right here. But I always recommend using creases, guys. Nowadays, it's much better using support loops, I think. Alright, so you've got this right here. And that's pretty much, guys, the way to solve these kinds of issues. Now, one more thing you could do, this is the more wacky thing you could do if you wanted to. You could just lean into this, guys. Instead of trying to create this kind of perfect shape right here, you could just create something a little bit more sci-fi, organic, and, kind of lean into leading to something like this, for example. Let me, for example, just do that and use symmetry to get the other side. I'll replace this with Turbo Smooth, just because Turbo Smooth is a little bit more efficient than Open Subdiv. Right, even if I use a support loop there. So, one solution, guys, is just to, like, if you're doing more freeform design, kind of lean into this. So, you know, you could just, you know, forget about trying to keep things clean and just kind of have something more interesting going and work with that. And not even worry about clean shapes. There we go, guys. Alright, thank you guys for watching and take care.